Sorry I had to meet like this. Don't mind the disguise, guys, but it's me. Anyway, guys, those of you guys who have been part of the channel for as long as most of my subscribers have been a part of my channel. Now, I am posting this on YouTube, and I'm going to post it on Rumble, but I'm posting it on YouTube primarily because I think it's quite interesting that I find myself in a position where I told you so, and I have been telling you so. Kind of fits the bill here, right? Now, I watched a few videos from a couple other content creators. I'm not gonna, call them out, but I think it's a little cute that they're suddenly worried about the policies that YouTube has made and is enforcing or is choosing to want to enforce. And because I'm, somebody in, a big media conglomerate that, is like an exclusive club, suddenly I get, attention at Congress. You know what? You guys have had years to bring forth something on this matter, and it's been silence. People like myself have been targeted by YouTube because we're low-hanging fruit. Yes, occasionally you'd have a bigger YouTuber get nailed, but people like myself have been dealing with this for years. Yes, I would like to single myself out, but I can't. Now, here's the thing. YouTube changing their gun policies. YouTube hasn't been gun friendly openly since 2018, right? My channel was doing pretty good up until 2018. Then they changed their policies, and then they just kept changing their policies. And all these times I've been whacked or I have received a violation, I have approached some of these YouTubers, some of these bigger YouTubers, even those in the conglomerates that I think are my friends, and I get nothing. I get crickets. Well, you know what? I think it's quite ironic that this has been the development as of late. I'm not laughing at these people for being worried. They outright should be worried. But, I find it very amusing that they are not, when we're talking about Budweiser or Bud Light, everybody's like, no, don't shop there, don't do this, we're gonna boycott them, yeah, stick it to them, yeah. And when we're talking about Target or any other sort of entity like that, we're like, yeah, boycott them. But you guys can't for YouTube. Now, yes, I am posting this on YouTube, but I'm also posting it on Rumble. But the fact of the matter is, each and every one of these guys that I've seen, and it doesn't take too much, go and just look it up, YouTube gun policy update. Dude, they've been cracking down on that for years. Welcome to 2018, gentlemen. I have been talking about this for years. Most of you guys who are in that group, who are suddenly shocked, guess what? Welcome to the freaking club. But, obviously your daddies in, the behind the scenes who, pay for all the camera equipment and everything, that they don't want you shaking the boat too hard, so they don't want you saying, hey, go to Rumble or go to any other web hosting platform to, we don't want to spook Big Daddy YouTube, we don't want our ad revenue going away. Seriously, guys, to be quite honest, if you guys are out there like going, oh, we're gonna boycott this, we're gonna boycott that, and then you can't have the balls to say, you know what, we should boycott YouTube and we should go to, I'm just naming Rumble as one of the bigger platforms out there, or you go to Odyssey, it don't matter, I don't care, just go somewhere other than YouTube. Most of these guys have 15, 20 million views on some of their oh my gosh, this guy's following YouTube suddenly after guns videos. Come on, guys. I'm not at all surprised that we're finding ourselves in this position. I have been telling you guys about this for years, and nobody seemed to care. In fact, there are some in the community that want to try to say, oh, well, you know, I'm behind the scenes working. Hey, dude, you only got 1,200 subs. They don't care about you. Yeah, so what? Yeah, you maybe have somebody behind the scenes that you talk to at YouTube. But you know what? I've had that before too. And you know what? I'm not talking to Susan Wojcicki, you know, on a regular basis like you claim that you are. Anyway, regardless, there are a lot of, I want to say, hypocrites in the gun community. A lot of them are, quote, gun tubers. Okay, you guys want to, you know, give Bud, you know, Anheuser-Busch a hard time for the Dylan Mulvaney thing, but you don't want to turn and say, you know what, YouTube, we got to point a finger at them. Let's boycott them. There are enough of us to take a company like Budweiser and knock them down 20% of their revenue. We can't do it to YouTube. That's weird. Yeah, sure, they're a global conglomerate, but you know what? They'll get a little, they'll take notice. I'm sure your media conglomerate won't get as much revenue from Rumble. And I do find it very interesting that, you know, you guys post videos on other hosting sites, but you don't get as much traction as you do on YouTube. So I think it's very interesting. So, I mean, you know, I'm not saying that there's a conspiracy there. I try not to look into, you know, nefarious suddenly that episode of South Park comes to mind. Anyway, guys, so what I'm saying is, ultimately, I find it very comical that a lot of these gun tubers are crying that the sky is suddenly falling at YouTube because their policy changes. These policy changes, they have been messing with people on these policy changes forever, and they have age restricted most of our channels anyway. Some of us have even had shadow bans, which, oh, that's not a thing. Shadow banning isn't a thing. Well, you know what? When you look at your analytics, and then you look at your video feed, you know, as far as the numbers on your videos, and they say two different numbers, and then when YouTube fixes it for you, they take all of your ad revenue that you earn from that. Okay, yeah, well, I know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. And then you move to a site that has a zillionth of traffic as YouTube, and suddenly you're getting just as much as you were before. It doesn't make sense, but it does. Okay, I understand what the game is. You know, I'm not somebody that runs around and parrots, you know, oh, this company is so great, this company is so awesome. You know what? I could give two shits if somebody sends me a product and they have a hard time with the fact that I don't like it. I have done it in the past, or I have called a company that actually sent me something, but, you know, I'm at least nice about it. I'm not going to, you know, rake them over the coals. I'm just going to be like, hey, this is what I ran into. This is the solution we came up with. And, you know, they've, you know, made modifications to their lineup. That being said, if I'm not, what a lot of the bigger YouTubers are out there don't have, that I do, is the ability to say, you know what, I can make a video and not have to worry about PSA canceling my account with them. Because if I was buying something from PSA, or I was worried about anything from PSA, you know, if a company is that dirty and manipulative that they're going to cancel something like that, you know, just because, I think there's some more stuff going on behind the scenes. I don't like PSA anyway, but, you know, it's just how they do their business. I've got my opinions about it. I can get into that in another video. But the fact of the matter is, the sky is falling, guys. It's been falling here at YouTube forever. I have moved all of my gun stuff over to Rumble. Yes, there are older channels that have some of my stuff, you know, sprinkled around on YouTube, and if you guys are diligent, you can find them. But, you know, besides that, realistically speaking, guys, YouTube and guns are not. It's not going to be a thing. I mean, eventually they're gonna, I mean, they're gonna ruin it to the point where they're gonna run it. They're gonna run this thing into the ground to the point where it's not enjoyable for anybody. I mean, they do it for video games. They do it for everything. So it's not just guns, but they do single out guns because guns are inherently a little bit more dangerous. But I mean, truthfully, there are people that I really don't think should watch my content because, quite frankly, they can't pick up a wrench. So if that be you, then stick to my live streams or stick to my commentary videos. Don't go to my how-to videos because you're gonna hurt yourself. Anyway, that being said, thank you guys for watching. I would like to see your comments in the comment section below. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube first, so if you see this on YouTube and then you come across it on Rumble, I'd appreciate the double watch, but you don't have to. But you can leave a comment on one place or the other. It doesn't really matter. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you guys have anything that you would like to add on to the conversation, I don't know of. Basically what this is just me venting a little bit and saying welcome to the club. But from what I am observing, none of these guys have had a strike or anything because of their 3D printed whatever or DIY build guns like I have. So it is what it is. Anyway, guys, add to the conversation in the comment section below. Whether you agree with me or not, it doesn't matter. Just leave a comment. Try not to argue with everybody in the comment section. If it ends up devolving into something weird, then I'll moderate it. But just keep it civil. If you do disagree with somebody, we're all in this together. YouTube sucks. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll catch you over on Rumble.